Hello traders, day trader Matt here, businesswithtrading.com, and today we're doing a market analysis for the week upcoming. Last week was interesting. We talked about this level right here as resistance. Price broke it and it just ran higher, and that's what I was looking for. If this broke higher, I was looking for a nice movement, and that's exactly what we got. We did make a higher high over here. So price did make a higher high. It did come back down. And now it's going to be quite interesting this week. We do have resistance above. So this high at 45.59 half up to 45.65. So that is going to be initial resistance. If it actually does break that, we want to see how strong it actually can be, because then it can go to 4700. That's not what I'm thinking. That's not my primary outlook, but it could happen if it does take this out strongly and get a few closes above it. It could be strong. Because this came down and then had a little bit of resistance here at this red line here at 45.47-ish, looking for a pullback and watching this area closely. So basically that 44.96 all the way down to 44.76. That's going to be interesting. Yellow line is at 44.83 half. So we're keeping an eye on this level here. Now, if this bottom area at 44.76 breaks, looking for maybe a longer move down. So if it does come down, if it breaks and then takes it right back, it took it back. You have to get a couple closes and get over at 4,500 area, and eventually this red line is at 45.14. If it does break down, then this line is in jeopardy. If it does actually break down from this low of 44.76, this yellow line is at 44.36. And if that breaks, then everything is kind of in jeopardy, and this thing can start to sell off. So right now, where price is, it can either support, come down and support, maybe a little lower, but this is ideal support area, and then move to a new high. And that probably would take a couple weeks to do. If it comes down and then pushes to a new high, probably 2-4 weeks, maybe something like that. But this week would be the start of that, if that does start to play out. If it is going to start getting weaker, then we want to pay attention to this line. If this breaks, then this low's in jeopardy. This low's in jeopardy, this low's in jeopardy here. It can support here, however, that's not what I'm thinking. I think if it does actually start to break down, then we have on the downside this red line at 41.67. We do have 42.38 half to 4,200. So that is a zone that could possibly support 41.65 and then sub 4,100. I've been talking for a long time. Over here, when price started to break down, I was keeping an eye on sub 4,200. I think I was looking around 42.50 to 4,200, and then maybe 41.65. So if this does start to break down, that is what I would be looking for. And then from that, depending on what price does, we're looking up here, which is 49.38 to 51.38. And maybe slightly higher. I don't have it on here, but 5,700, 6,200 eventually. Obviously that's not going to happen tonight, tomorrow, next week, next month. That's what I'm looking for, though. Is this going to support here and then push to a new high, and then wherever it stops, it's going to pull back one more time, give a great entry long, and then it's going to rocket higher? Or it's going to come down eventually to new lows and then find support. And then from that, however it moves up, is it going to continue this sideways pattern for an extended period of time, like a couple months, for example? Or is that going to be the low? That's kind of the question. So right now, price is pretty precarious and it can do a couple different things. And we want to be prepared for that. So that's what these videos are, really a preparation for me, for the viewers, you guys. And let's get into the news of the week really quickly, and then we'll end the video. So Tuesday, we don't have anything big. We have some 9 o'clock news, HPI, Case-Shiller, 10 o'clock, CB Consumer Confidence, Richmond Manufacturing Index, new home sales. We don't have anything for Monday. I didn't even go over that. Wednesday, 8:30 in the morning, we have a couple durable goods orders, numbers, goods trade balance, and wholesale inventories. 10:30 crude. Going into Thursday, 8:30 in the morning, we have GDP, unemployment claims, 10 o'clock pending home sales, 10:30 nat gas. And then Friday, we have some interesting numbers. We have 8:30 in the morning, PCE, price index, followed by employment calls, personal income, personal spending, 9:45, Chicago PMI. That could be interesting. 10 o'clock, University of Michigan. And tentatively, we have Treasury currency report. And all day Saturday, we have G20 meetings. That's interesting because it can actually move our market, and that would go into the week after the one upcoming. So that is the news on the docket. We do want to keep an eye on this upper level, this level here. One of those are going to break probably this week, maybe next week. But if it, whatever it does, if neither one of them break, then the probability is probably for support to be found. If one of them break, then it could be interesting for this week. That's how I'm going to play this. We should see some pretty good trades. This should be a good week. So with that, thanks for watching. Have an awesome rest of your day. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the markets. Take care.